So my final movie of the week of our two-part season finale premiere. Season
Mm,
premiere. I almost fucked that up.
Freudian slip.
I wanted to watch a Naruto movie. I wanted to just pick a random Naruto movie, in the middle of nowhere, and just see what I could figure out. And I figured, what better place to start than Boruto?
How'd it go?
What do you think? That mission was way easy. I mean, I could have done it all by myself.
Konohamaru, what have you been teaching him?
Just leave it to the son of the seventh Hokage and grandson of the fourth. He'll probably become Hokage too.
My dream is to become the Hokage. Are you going to destroy my dream?
Becoming Hokage doesn't interest me at all.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Then the furthest possible thing
Furthest
that
possible thing you
even
could-
that even I have very little context for.
So first, before I get into the movie itself, I just have a few preceding questions, introduction questions, if you will. So just clarifying questions. That's the word.
I will try.
So how much of Naruto have you watched?
I've watched up until I think the 15th season.
Have you? You have not
so
seen all
I-
of Naruto or Shippuden.
I've not seen all. I've seen all of the original Naruto,
Okay.
and I've seen a good chunk of Shippuden, but not all of it.
Not all of it. Okay.
Because it's hard to get access to it.
So,
So I've seen in terms of Shippuden, I've seen up until the point where the fourth Great Ninja War has started, and I've seen chunks of that.
so I'm gonna as this goes on have questions about Naruto for you.
I will try.
So okay, the general thoughts about the movie generally is it's really quite good. As someone who has not, I've watched exactly 4 episodes.
That's so you watched the Road to Boruto, right? That's I believe that's one. That's what that's
What
called.
seems to be I think so. Boruto the movie. The very first
I
Boruto
believe.
movie.
I was gonna say I believe that was where they very first before the show even came out.
Well,
I think
so that was my okay. So hold on, let me. So just general thoughts about the movie is as a movie, it's quite good. It doesn't burden you with having to know anything about the characters. It gives you enough of an idea that you can enjoy it. For me, I've only ever seen 4 episodes, so I recognize the occasional name, but not really. So like Kona,
you've seen me watch it more than you've watched it yourself.
Have you seen the first Boruto movie?
I think I have seen that one. I think for the longest time I had that on PlayStation.
I was gonna say I think you played it in a game.
I played part of it, but I know that in terms of watching the movie itself, I think I have seen that movie.
So like at the beginning of the movie,
once a while ago.
I'm gonna pronounce the name badly. Konohamaru.
Konohamaru.
He shows up and he's an adult and he's Boruto's trainer. And I'm like, hey, I recognize that character. Or
when you first see him in the very first in Naruto when Naruto was a kid, he's like 4 or 5.
Right.
So yeah, that's one of the fun things about Naruto and when they did bring in Boruto is it's like getting to see these characters that you saw as kids now grown up is fun.
And it was also fun to be like, okay, so there's a girl, she's got dark hair and she's wearing an outfit that looks similar to the pink-haired one. So I'm assuming she's the kid of the pink-haired one. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess Naruto and the pink-haired one don't get together. That's kind of cool. That would have been kind of cliched if they got together. I guess maybe she's more like Bulma, if Sasuke is like Vegeta.
Sakura?
Yeah.
Sakura, Bulma, yeah, kind of, I guess. I could see the comparison.
She and
more like Chi-Chi, really.
Well, no, because it wouldn't. I would, with my limited knowledge, say that Sasuke is Vegeta.
I mean, yeah, he is, but
and so they have a girl.
in terms of personality and in terms of like what the character is actually like,
so
I would say Sakura is more like Chi-Chi.
This movie is really great about it's a movie. It's not like I feel like I'm watching an episode. It's about an hour and a half. I feel like I'm watching a movie. The character has a nice Boruto has a great character arc of like he initially starts off. He's nothing like Naruto. He has no desire to be Hokage. He really is resentful of the fact that Naruto is busy being Hokage. I love the fact that Hokage is just doing paperwork. Like when Naruto's a kid,
a lot of the time it's very boring.
He wants to be Hokage, and he's got this sexy idea of what being Hokage is, and it's just sitting in his office doing paperwork. But so Naruto, his hand is bandaged. Do you know why that is?
That's a thing. Well, I have an idea of why, but I haven't seen it.
Okay, but that's a big thing.
Yeah. So from what I understand, I believe, and this is just stuff that I've seen.
This is a Shippuden thing.
Yeah, in Shippuden. Later on in Shippuden, I don't remember if it's when he's fighting Sasuke or if there's a big bad guy that comes later in the series, and I think she does something does that to Naruto.
Gotcha.
And it's it's a permanent, like his healing factor can't heal it or something. I don't actually know, but I have a rough idea.
Does he wind up with the girl that he's with in Boruto in Shippuden?
That I'm not sure of.
Interesting. He's with this girl who I had no idea who she was. I don't recognize this character. I recognize some of them, but I don't recognize him.
Hinata.
Hinata, is that her name?
Naruto is with Hinata.
Oh yeah.
And that's supposed to be because she has had a crush on him since the original series.
Oh, interesting.
So she's been pining after him. And it always was a thing in the show where whenever Naruto...
I would say she's Chi-Chi.
Naruto, kind of, no. But in terms of personality, she's
function.
more... yes, function, yes, I guess, theoretically. But personality, I'm going by personality. Personality, she's more like Launch when she's good Launch.
Oh, interesting. And so I enjoyed this movie because it's it's fun seeing Naruto's arc in this movie is that Naruto's a bad dad. He's doing the I'm a bad dad story, and he's not there for his family, and
he's busy.
Boruto is. I love Boruto because Boruto, he's completely different from even my limited knowledge of what Naruto is like. He's so different in that he's spoiled. He doesn't
He's got both parents.
Right, he's got both parents. He doesn't want to do the work. He just wants to take shortcuts. So early on, him and his friends are playing video games, and he's trying to give his friends cheat codes, and his friends like, no, I don't want to cheat. And Boruto's like, oh, it's all that winning is really all that matters. And so he
I believe in the show. I believe I don't actually know because I haven't watched any of Boruto, but I believe in the show it's not Boruto who wants to become Hokage.
He doesn't want to become Hokage. No,
it's Sasuke and Sakura's daughter, Sarada, who wants to become.
He gets a device from their science team, which essentially lets them
use the super powerful
the chakra,
jutsu.
whatever jutsus, without actually having any chakra. And so the movie is about he gets convinced to go into the Chunin exams, and he cheats basically. He uses the thing, and he gets caught. And my one criticism is the bad guy is nothing. He's not really he's nothing of a bad guy. He's honestly barely in it. He doesn't really show up in the end, and he only shows up so Naruto can do a big fight. But otherwise, the most interesting stuff is the dynamic between Boruto and Naruto. Their interactions, how they interact with each other, is super fun and super interesting. And he gets to the end where Naruto has this ability to turn into this fox thing, like this half man, half fox thing, and I'm like, that must be a thing he gets way later on. But
where he's in like the oversoul kind of thing, basically. I haven't got to that point yet.
What makes, I would say, Naruto and Sasuke different is I believe they're friends. Like, I never believed that Vegeta and Goku are friends, really. But I believe that Sasuke and Naruto are actually friends, at least at this point in their relationship. And
I believe that Vegeta and Goku are by Super. Like, in Super, I kind of see the loose friendship.
They're pretty explicitly friends, which is a different dynamic.
They have spent like 30 seasons collectively between the two shows, 30 seasons of time getting to the point where Sasuke is no longer a dick and wants to be friends.
I will say that this movie definitely makes me want to gives me an interest in. I like Boruto because at the end of the movie, Boruto's arc is learning to love his dad. So then at the end of the movie, he's chill with the dad. He's like, Naruto's like, okay, I'm gonna be better, and he's like, no, it's fine. Just like when you come home, tell me about yourself so I can learn about you, and we can. And I'm like, I kind of felt that throughout the movie. The movie does a really good job fostering being like, you know what? Yeah, as a person who's never watched Naruto, it makes me want to learn the history of this character, and like for the purposes of this, I didn't, but it made me want to like, oh, what's the context of this thing that they're referencing? It's kind of neat.
I believe at the end of that movie too, doesn't either Hinata the mom or Naruto gives him Naruto's old jacket and he puts on the jacket.
The climax of the movie is he's all sad because he gets basically Naruto finds out that he's cheating and kicks him out of the Chunin exam and removes the rank of ninja, so he's no longer allowed to be a ninja. And he tries to do a Rasengan earlier in the movie, and he kind of does it looks not very good, but it actually is good. And like he wants to be Sasuke's student, and Sasuke goes, I would have let him be the student. And it's like, the irony is you didn't need to cheat. You're good enough. You have a lot of potential if you would just actually put in the effort and the work. And so then, he puts on the jacket and he goes to save Naruto from the bad guys. And that's him like accepting his dad into his life and accepting that his dad maybe is a bit more than just the guy who sits in his office, because it's one of those like, it's a pretty cliche, but it's like, my dad. Everyone says
my dad's a person too.
Well, everyone says my dad is this badass, but I've just seen him as the guy who sits in his office all day. I've never actually seen him do anything cool. And so the movie ends with him doing
because we're in peacetime and there's no need for him to stretch his legs.
Pretty much, and so he gets to see his dad be cool, and he gets to discover like who his dad actually is. And both him and Naruto have a like tidy little arc. And so my question is, this movie reads as though it's just like a fun epilogue for Shippuden. Like it reads like they didn't mean. I'm
that's where I'd be interested, because I don't actually know.
Did they always intend on making a show?
That would be my question as well, because I don't remember at this point. I'm pretty sure when this movie came out.
It reads like an extended pilot. That's
I don't think the show was out at this point.
No, the show wasn't out. But my question was this show put out to create interest, or this movie, I should say, to create interest for the show? And the show was already being made, or did this movie come out, was popular, and then they decided to make the show? That's what I would be curious about.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Naruto fans, tell me in the comments, because I'm curious.
I know Naruto is a very popular
popular.
So
super popular.
I wouldn't be surprised to find out that they had already been in development or talks to make a new show, but I also wouldn't be surprised if this was used to gauge interest.
Absolutely. Also, comparing him to, I know I constantly call him Ninja Goku, but like at this point, like in the Boruto timeline, calling Naruto Goku does him a disservice, because he's 1,000 times more serious-minded. He is more responsible. He's around way more. Like he is more of an adult than Goku is. Like,
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'd be interested to know what, for the actress who plays Naruto, what if it's different playing adult Naruto versus kid Naruto, like what that
does she go at it differently?
What that evolution was for that character, because like I say, this movie is as a person who has never watched. I watched 4 episodes of the original Naruto, and that's it. I've never watched an episode of Shippuden. This honestly is a great entry point for this franchise, where it's like, it's just a solid movie. It's a fun movie that you don't need to have seen anything else to really get. Sure, it helps you appreciate it, and it makes me go, like Boruto. I'm like, you know what? I do kind of want. I don't have the time, but I do kind of want to go back and watch the original Naruto and Shippuden and see the context for it. And also,
it's quite a goal if you want to try and go back and watch it all.
Also, like
lot.
some of the powers are weird and like out there, like the fact that Sasuke just has a teleporting eye hole.
It's a typical anime. It's as confusing
He's like,
as any other typical anime. I can only teleport
like so many people, and then like 7 people jump into his eye hole. So it's like, that doesn't seem like...
That's a thing which I again, that must be a power that comes later on, because he doesn't have that where I'm at.
Clearly must be. But I did enjoy that the movie does in fact end, and it sets up the show with, he doesn't, even at the end of the show, initially he's like, I don't want to be Hokage because my dad was Hokage, my grandpa was Hokage, and boo, nose up. But by the end of the movie, his arc is that he's like, well, no, I'm my own person. I want to take my own journey. I want to do my own thing. I want to be my own guy. And I want to be like your dad. I want to be a ninja. I want to be a shonen. I want to be a ninja. And that's just a fun little arc. Again, it's a self-contained movie that you can completely watch removed from the rest of the show. And that makes it successful.
One nice thing that about that one, because I did watch that one, even though I haven't watched the show and I haven't finished Shippuden. And one nice thing about that one is, while obviously having seen all of Shippuden will mean that you will recognize some of their powers and abilities that they have, that I don't know how they got to that point. I don't need to have seen all of Shippuden.
Just like they're magical ninjas, they have magical ninja powers.
It doesn't really like spoil anything, truly.
Not other than that Naruto survives into adulthood. And he had a kid.
But you kind of, I mean, he's the main character, the titular main character. So you kind of just always assume. So. Yeah, but ultimately, death means nothing in Dragon Ball. Death means more in the and that's one thing that I think makes Naruto generally a stronger show is. Death actually means something in Naruto.
No magical undo button. No.
There's no magical undo button. No. So when Jiraiya dies, it means something. When X character dies, it means something.
That's the only moment. There is a moment where like they show a bunch of flashbacks and they do a bunch of clips from the various shows where I'm like, none of this means anything to me. But like the rest of it, it's handled so loosely where like you're like, I get the idea that these characters are a big deal, but you don't need. And they do a fun power up Super Saiyan fight at the end that is meaningless to me, but it looks fun.
So like I say all that to kind of, so there's this one Shippuden movie which is called, I think it's called like The Last Stand or The Final Fight or something like that, which is, as I understand it, is supposed to take place like after the end of the show, and it's like the last Shippuden thing, basically. Which I won't watch.
No.
Because again, as I understand it, it's pretty spoiler.
Yeah.
Like it's like it is important kind of thing.
I think for my next one, I think the next time we do anime, I think I'm gonna pull out a One Piece. I think I'm just gonna watch a random One Piece movie.
I almost did for this one,
or maybe
but
I'll do the Netflix show.
Didn't quite make the cut. I'd like to, but again, I'd have to find it. But I'd like to finish Shippuden.
I've tried to watch watch One Piece. I think I got about 5 or 6 episodes in. And I was like, I just don't have the time or the will. But that's it. There's Boruto. Hey there, everybody. It's NCard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments. Do you agree, you Naruto fans? Is this a good place to start with Naruto? Should I start all the way back at the very beginning? Where should I start? How do I get started with Naruto? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see our full anime podcast episode, you click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video of our many videos, you click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week, including a brand new podcast every single Sunday. Or you could just leave us a like. That helps us out too. We will see you all tomorrow.